Gina, the person that manages for Candace Owens, she's like, I'm a diva. I said, you know what? Thank you.
It's not bad, yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the divaness.
Yo, man, tell us where we at right now, Face.
Oh snap! Right now we're at the Blexit event. You know, I got the homies with me. I got the hood with me. Got the real G's with me. Came to come support you, bro. You know, man, we just here, man. Shout out to Candace Owens, man, for giving me this opportunity and actually helped allowing me to, you know, fly out all my peoples to come through and watch this show. So I can't wait till she do it in New York, so we don't have to fly nobody. But till then, I appreciate that from my man.
Boom. Yeah, Face, man, you know I had to come out here and support you, man.
Nah, that's love, bro.
You're going up heavy right now. You're going up heavy. Yo, listen, I wanted to ask you, man, from the last time we met, Trump impeachment situation, what you want to say about that, bro?
I mean, he's acquitted forever. So, you know, they can say he's impeached forever, but he's acquitted forever. So, obviously, we know that he didn't get impeached because he's still in office. Even though a lot of people thought being impeached means you get out of office, it's false. But we found out it's all nonsense and BS, as we all know. We know 99% of the things they say about Donald Trump in the media is BS. But, you know, people don't take the time out to actually do their research, which is fine. That's why you got people like me that's going to let you know what it is.
Word. Listen, even from that situation, they mentioned all the, from the time he became president, everybody was talking about he dealt with the Russians, he did this with the Ukraine, and after all that investigation, all the taxpayers' money, nothing came out of it.
I mean, over 44 million was spent because there's nothing there. You know, these people are scammers, man. They're trying to find a way to get a check for themselves. So why not try to use an excuse like investigating the president to get a large sum of money, and then we don't even know where it went. And that's just the reality. Where'd that money go? We have no clue. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, while they're wasting all this time and energy and money on something that's total BS, because it went from Russia, then it went to Ukraine. Next thing you know, something else is gonna come into play. Watch.
Yeah.
That's just what they do.
Yeah,
and it's gonna happen right before election time. They're gonna come out with some random.
I was just about to talk about that. The elections is coming up right now. The Democrats are putting out nothing but videos, and it's like everyone is exposing themselves. I'm pretty sure that's not the Republicans doing that. They're fighting all for the chance to be able to compete against Donald Trump. How you feel about that? Because they're smearing each other right now.
I mean, because the reality is that's the game, man. You know, that's the game of politics. You know, they try to discredit the person that they're going against, which is common. And of course, the Democratic side, they never did nothing anyway, so it's easy to find things to discredit them for because they're all crooked, evil people. You know, with Donald Trump, we see what he does, economy-wise, jail reform.
Yeah, man, like I said, I see you out there with Larry Elder, man. What should we be expecting from you guys?
Oh, man, Larry Elder, man, that's one of my people that I looked up to, especially with this conservative movement. You know, he's one of the people that, you know, opened a lot of people's eyes, you know, and he was another person that actually made me feel comfortable with the way my thoughts was, because I heard a man, an intelligent black man like himself, speaking with the same thoughts that I have. So I thought that was really dope, man. And another thing that I really appreciate him for, he put me in this movie called Uncle Tom, which will be coming out soon, probably before the end of this year. So, you know, I think that's dope that he's giving me opportunity for people to know who I am and to you know, see what I'm doing out here, man. So, you know, I really appreciate people like him because he's a pioneer of this conservative movement just as well as Candace Owens is.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, so what should we expect today from the Blexit?
Oh, man, it's going to be a great show, man. Great speakers. We got Brandon Tatum, you know what I mean? Great speaker. We got Larry Elder, of course. We got myself. We got Candace Owens. We got, who else is here speaking? I think we got DC Drano here. Yeah, man, we got a lot of amazing speakers, man. I think Will is speaking as well. It's gonna be a great event, bro. Like, for real, man. Like, every time I've come to one, and you know, this is my third time coming as a speaker. I went 2 more times prior to that, being just a regular person, just in the crowd. You know, so, and it was great being in the crowd. I wish I could be in the crowd, to be honest with you, just so I could watch it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's the energy I like, being in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I was never really a backstage dude, even though I always be backstage. But I think it's dope to be in the front, to actually feel that energy and watch it like a show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll be able to get that opportunity when, after I speak, I'll be able to come out and like sit in the crowd and speak to it, and just hang and watch the rest of the show.
I bet, man. I ain't gonna hold you too much. I'm gonna let you get to do what you do and prepare for what you gotta do and get up later. You feel me?
Nah, you know, we here, man. You know, we here. We ain't leaving it tomorrow, baby. We here, man. We got Brooklyn in the building, man. Heavy. You know what I mean? So I appreciate to all the people that came, that hit me up and got a free flight and free hotel coming here, man. You know, definitely hit Candace Owens and her team and let them know thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to bring them out here, man.
In fact, before I even let you go today, for the people that might know what Blexit exactly is, you want to break it down for them real quick?
It's the black exit from the Democratic Party.
Okay.
You know, it's our people waking up from the Democratic Party, man. You know, it's not just waking up, just realizing that, you know, you guys been giving y'all vote for 30 to 40 years to the Democratic Party and got nothing. It's about time we at least give another party a chance to see, you know, what they could deliver for us. And so far, Donald Trump has proven that the Republican Party could deliver. Whether he may be the first or whoever to show that, the point is showing that the Republican Party is willing to deliver. So we have to bring the people in that are in office that are not on no evil stuff. Because most of these motherfuckers is evil, bro. You know what I mean? They want to kill babies at 9 months. They want to continue keep people down by keep pressuring them to be on the welfare and stuff like that. So for me, it's like I can't, and nor should any black people support a party that wants to keep them down and kill them. You know what I mean? So you should definitely people look into the Republican Party. I'm not here to make you switch, man, or am I pitching for them? But at the same time, you have to pay attention, man. This battle is not about politics, man. It's about good and evil. You know what I'm saying? So, and I represent the good, and I'm happy now that I represent good. I come from the bad. You know what I mean? So to be able to turn that around and to be where I'm at today, with thousands of people watching me, you know, thousands of people in the audience, that's dope, man. And I think that's major, and we need to show more of that in our community as possible. And this was possible, me being a part of the Republican Party. You know what I mean? If I was a regular Democrat, they wouldn't care, because every black person's a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's a benefit that not that many black people are supportive of the Republican Party. But they're coming around. As you can see, as you walked in, there's a lot of black people. So we here, man. They're gonna show us like it's not here, but we here, man. So I thank you very much for everybody that came in support, man. Make sure you know, y'all look out for my bro, man. God's in the city, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I'm looking forward to your speech tonight and everybody else, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. I can't wait too, man. I just want to get it over with, man.
I always walk around on stage and, you know, talk my junk and stuff like that. But this time we're gonna try something different. Everybody always tells me, they're like, KingFace, you know, you should run for office or something. And I was like, I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I'll take this moment to practice as if I was running on stage. All right? Come on up. Where's my jacket at? Let me get presidential on it. Let me get presidential.
That's a blue one. You have to keep that one.
They ain't turn the mic on for me? Oh, there you go. I was like, wait, y'all don't want me to talk? Okay. That's a little too loud for me. What's up, everybody? How are you? See, I don't know how I'm gonna do it on stage. I don't know if I should do the Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. Or should I do Mini Mike? Should I do Mini Mike? Nah, but let's start off by this. Let's talk about the word can't. The word I feel is the most dangerous word in the English language. This word has been used to keep people down, especially the black community. We were told, you're black, you can't make it in America. You can't own anything, you can't get loans from banks, you can't live in nice places, and you can't start businesses. Everything that deters black people from advancing starts with can't. It made me realize the word can't is very dangerous, because it causes self-doubt and also stops your brain from working. So you can't figure out solutions unless it's put in front of another dangerous word called lose, as in can't lose. And we as a community need to adopt that can't lose attitude. I've adopted that attitude a long time ago. Look at me. Yeah, look at me right there. Jeez, how did I walk in those pants? How did I do that? I don't even understand. How did I do that? If anyone had the word can't use against them, it's me. I'm a former gang member. I've committed crimes. I'm from the hood, black, obviously, tatted up, barely have a real education, and yet I was able to change my mindset and make a name for myself. With this change of my mindset, I have become respected by scholars and also great influential people like Candace Owens, Isaiah Washington, Rob Smith. Hold on, this clicker ain't working too good for me today. I'm trying to be all professional and stuff. Angela Staten King, who recently got a pardon from the president and is also running for Congress in Georgia. Where I'm at right here, I'm trying to be professional about reading and stuff, so I'm like, it's not working too good. I like to freestyle. We got Mark Little. Yo, this clicker thing, man, I'm looking in the front, I can't see it, but it's all right, we're gonna make it work. Bryson Creates. Who also started the MAGA Challenge. By the way, his mixtape is on all streaming platforms. By all means, go get that. Top of the charts, baby. David J. Harris. Terrence K. Williams. That's my guy right there. Brandon Tatum. By the way, congratulations with your engagement with Corinne. A woman that was with you shooting in the gym. A woman that was with you shooting in the gym. It's well deserved for her to bear your last name. Also, some of my other favorite people, like, it's my favorite people right here. Check them out. Check them out. Laura Trump, Eric Trump, and Don Jr., and of course, the man himself. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Now imagine I allowed myself to be poisoned by the camp mentality. I want to be standing on the stage in front of you amazing people and the thousands at home watching. Allow me to be the evidence my people need to see that they can be successful without selling drugs, committing crimes, being a rapper, or playing sports. That you can actually be successful in other avenues, like politics, where you can be put in positions to create real change in your communities that will help the masses, not just ourselves. But I'm sorry to say, we've also adopted another dangerous trait, which is selfishness. We're real selfish. Like, nobody wanted to give me no gum. My breath was hot, but it's hot. Everything is about ourselves, not each other. Even back in the day, we as a community raised our kids. Your neighbor can see you doing something and your parents would know before you got home. And in some instances, you got your butt whipped from your neighbors. I'm kind of happy that those days are over, because I'm telling you, you touch my kid, it's pow, pow, you're out of here. But the point is, we still need to police our own hoods. We are so selfish. We are so selfish, we even accuse other people of it. Because in our minds, if we don't give a damn, then how can anyone else give a damn? He would look good though with the waves, right? You can't even front. Y'all know they're gonna chew me up for that one, right? All right, now settle down, settle down. I hope y'all got y'all pictures. Anyway, all these people I mentioned have the I can mentality. They aren't better than you. They aren't more special than you. The only difference between you and them is they didn't believe in the word can't. They are the I can people. But it saddens me that even our own black successful leaders are out here like race-baiting Al Sharpton. Hold on, check him out. Check him out. This is not a Photoshop. That is an actual selfie. They're telling you you can't do something because of the color of your skin when they did it themselves. That makes no sense. You have people that call themselves scholars, like a man that debated called Jabari. Y'all can check him out on YouTube. I ain't a hater. But anyway, they use their extensive knowledge of past atrocities in history to justify their attack on white people. Instead of using that same knowledge to show our people what they had the opportunity presented itself. But I don't see anything wrong with getting paid to do what you love and support. Better yet, doing the right thing. I made money most of my youth doing the wrong things. It's about time we popularize getting money doing the right thing. But it's not about money. I do this for free, like I still am to this very day, so y'all send me some money. The reality is I'm doing this for our future. Because if it was about me, I'd still be in the streets now, still making 25 to 5,000 a day doing the wrong thing. I'm doing what I'm doing now. I'm doing what I'm doing because I know it puts my people, which includes friends, family, white or black, but especially my black people, in a better mindset, which will put us in the best position when I was in 6th grade. Check me out, I was cute. I was a big bully if you ask me. But this is a team effort. The bottom line is we need to work together, black and white, to create changes. We are Americans.
People can think for themselves. We don't need to tell people how to think or what they should think. But to remind people of the values that we share in this country is so important. And when we were creating the video that you just saw, our purpose was really to remind the black community that it didn't used to be like this, right? Seeing the images of the black family, that is the family that I remember when I was growing up, when I was watching Family Matters, the Jeffersons, the Huxtables, these positive examples that we saw on our TV screens of families that came together no matter what the conflict was. And what we started seeing on our TV screens wasn't about having morals, it wasn't about conservatism, it wasn't about family, it wasn't about the importance of relying on your family. Suddenly, the most popular shows in Black America, I think the #1 show is Love and Hip Hop, which is about hip hop, obviously. It's about strippers, it's about baby mamas. And it became apparent to me that the media was resetting our...
Candace is such an inspiration, and we are Blexit. And what does it mean to Blexit? What does it mean to get out? Where are we running to? What are we for? In some ways, our challenge is not merely one of breaking free of an ideology or a set of political principles or platforms. It's also freeing our mind from a pattern of lies that have been implanted there, lies that masquerade as truths, lies that have to be excavated out of us. And so there's an internal kind of struggle for us to free ourselves and be able to think for ourselves and choose for ourselves. Frederick Douglass, when he was a slave in Maryland, at one point went to his master, a fellow named Hugh Auld, and he told him that he was giving some thought to the future. And his master said to him, "Frederick, never think about the future. Let me do that. I will think about your future. I will make it happen in effect for you." And this got Douglass to sort of think about it, and he realized, ultimately, that this was the essence of slavery.
The problems facing the black community still remain. Number one, absent fathers. 70% of black kids are brought into the world without a father in the house. Forget about Larry Elder. Barack Obama said, a kid raised without a father is 5 times more likely to be poor, 9 times more likely to drop out of school, 20 times more likely to end up in jail. It is far and away the number one problem facing black America. Not systemic racism, not institutional racism, not structural racism, not foundational racism, the lack of fathers in the home. Now what's caused that? I was in college in 1970. 1965, 5 years earlier, a report came out by a guy named Daniel Patrick Moynihan, a lefty. He later on became a Democratic senator to New York. He's not right-wing, not a neocon. He talked about the fact that at that time, 25% of black kids are raised without fathers. Now 25% of white kids are raised without fathers. About 40% of Hispanic kids are raised without fathers. Lyndon Johnson in 1965 launched what he called the War on Poverty and supplied all this money for people, provided there was no man in the house. The number went from 25% outside of wedlock to 70% today. Poverty won. The second problem, if you waved a wand over America and removed all the racism from the hearts of whites, would be our public school system. 50% dropout rate in public schools in many of our towns. If you saw the movie Boys in the Hood, my high school was that movie, Crenshaw High School. Right now, front page article, LA Times a couple of years ago, 3% of kids at my former high school can do math at grade level. Not a typo, 3%, up from 2% the year before. One party wants to allow parents who living within that geographical area of that high school to have an option out.
Yourself a round of applause because it's hard to do what you guys have done. I'm gonna keep it 100. To come out here, to face your family, to face scrutiny, all of that takes courage. And you guys have shown a tremendous courage. How many of you guys have seen videos of me and know a little bit about my background? Raise your hand. I'm pretty popular. I'm all right. Let's get into this. So, I'm gonna do that just for you. Let's get into this. Those are the people that watch my YouTube channel. So, but some of you guys may not know who I am, don't know where I come from, so I'm gonna give you a quick synopsis of who Big B. Tatum is. For those of you who don't know, I wasn't always like this. I wasn't always the B. Tatum with a blazer on, speaking in front of people. I don't curse in none of my videos. I wasn't always that guy. But what changed me was my relationship with God. And I think that's very important. I went from smoking marijuana at 8 years old, even earlier than that. I actually went to juvenile for smoking marijuana in a vacant house. I got jumped in the game around that same age. I had a terrible attitude. Even though I had a scholarship to the University of Arizona my senior year, I got kicked out of school for throwing a chair at a teacher. I didn't do well in college my first couple years, although I was a tremendous athlete because I cussed at my coaches, I blew up on them. And all of those things was the beginning, but God saw something different for me. And in 2008, I got saved. And for some of y'all, Acts 2:38 and being baptized with the Holy Spirit, speaking in tongues, some of that means something to some of y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. My apostolic folk out there. But the reason I do these speeches and the reason I'm so passionate is because I believe that Americans of African descent have the ability to be greater in this country. I'm not fooled into believing that all of us are poor, all of us are selling drugs. That's not true. There's a lot of successful folks, but I believe that we can do better. I believe that this country belongs to us just like anybody else. And there comes a time where you have to stand up. This is not the time to cower. This is not the time to back in the corner. This is not a time to let people's opinions affect what you believe. It's a time to stand. And don't stand on falsehoods. Don't stand on somebody else's shoulder. It's time for you to stand on the truth. Time for you to stand for what you know, what you've been researching. And the passion that comes out of B. Tatum comes from the truth. All I do is speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. I don't know if you put that up right there, but y'all know what I'm saying. But I think our community needs to focus on introspection. And I say this all day long. Before we point the finger at somebody else, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do at home.
KingFace.